I'm going to show you a quick video on how I plant out my cucumbers. This may not be the way that everybody does it. This is how I've done it, and this is how they work. These are things I think about when I'm trying to plant them out. See, he's about that big. I could do this, I could wait a little bit longer to plant this out, but you can see, I don't know if you can see on there, I've got a few little roots just starting to come through, and I thought instead of potting him up, I'll just plant him straight out because it's warm enough now to be able to. They can't take frost, cucumbers, but as soon as the kind of last frost come and the nights are warm, then you can do that. So, what should I think about? Well, first, I've got quite a nice big bucket here. It's, you know, I don't know, I can measure it in inches, but I haven't. And in it, we've got some quite rich compost. I've used some of my homemade compost, but it's rich. You can see it's not super broken down yet. The cucumber won't really mind too much. It's a bit dry actually, I probably need to give it a bit more water. I've also got, at the bottom of here, I've got a bucket to catch the water because I find my problem with cucumbers is they tend to dry out and they really don't like that. They're much less resilient than tomatoes to drying out. So I would recommend just for cucumbers to have a tray at the bottom to catch the water so that they can live their best lives. This is a cucumber market mall, but it works the same. I've got also here trellis here. This is actually the shelving from an old one of those greenhouses, the plastic greenhouses where the frames always die. Well, I have I've just reused the frame as one of the shelves as a cucumber frame, because the cucumber will have, as it gets bigger, will have little tendrils and it will climb up there quite happily. This is a southwest or southeast? Southeast facing wall, I think. Yeah, southeast. No, southwest. Gosh, I know. So it really they quite like the bit of extra heat, but it gives a bit of extra protection. So I find it works really well. But yeah, you could use any sort of trellis, one that's made for it, or whatever you've got, or a piece of netting. I just like these because it means I don't have to secure the top as much. They're a bit easier to put away when I don't need them. So this is our little cucumber. It's got nice green leaves. You can see that these are a bit yellow, but that's fine. It's just, those are the seeds leaves and I'll lose those anyway. So I'm going to make a little hole for it. So a good trick is if you just pop the pot in your hole, you know if it's big enough. And you see some of the stuff around the top here is a bit chunky, but the cucumber won't care. Oh, I should use my trowel, my fork, shouldn't I, rather than just, you know. But yes, and I'm trying to get it, I'm putting it this side of the pot because I want it to climb up there. So I'm going to try and, so I'm going to put it a bit higher actually. Yeah, I might put it a bit higher so it can climb a bit quicker. So yeah, I'm just going to tip him out the pot. I'm going to try and do as little disturbance of his roots as possible. Oh, you can see he's not got that much of a root ball, so I probably could have left him a bit longer, but it's time. He can go out. I'm just going to pop him in there really gently. I'm going to keep my label because otherwise I won't know which cucumber it is, and I do like to know. I'm just going to be very careful not to put soil too close to his stem, because the danger with cucumbers and squash is that if they get really wet around the stem, their stems will rot just right there, and they'll just rot there and the whole thing will die. Unfortunately, that happens quite a bit to me anyway, because I'm not very careful. But yeah, so things to think about. Nice big pot. They do like a lot of water, so the reason I'm using a big pot is so that I can keep it wet a bit easier. If you are better at watering than I am, you could probably use a smaller one, but that is the thing I tend to forget. I've got really rich compost. I've purposely got some really slightly not broken down compost on the top because that will help keeping the moisture. And yeah, plant him right at the level that he's already at. Try when you're watering, I would try not to, I wouldn't water right near that point. I would try and water like around here. You can actually just make like a little sort of lip for the water to go around him, and then it won't go onto his stem, it'll just go down to the roots. That's a good idea. Let me just water him. See, it'll go in nicely quickly. He's not going to stay wet. Okay, I actually have, because this is quite a big pot for that tiny cucumber, just because I want to water twice a day, I'm going to put pepper. I'm going to try this, because I reckon by the time this pepper is grown, the cucumber will have gone up there anyway. So the cucumber's going to go straight up. The pepper can sit in here, so I'm going to pop him in there as well. thing I always do wrong with peppers is I don't water them enough. So I reckon, oh yeah, he's been potted up fairly recently, so he probably doesn't need to go in, but he's going in because I'm ready. This is this is a chilli. So Nigel's outdoor chilli. He's just going in very similarly, like that, and I'll wash them both in. Hopefully they will make beautiful babies together. Well, not together, but beautiful fruit for us. See how the water is pooling a little bit around his stem, but it is going in. I just want to be a little bit careful about that. Okay, all done.